timing. Okay.
Right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Elixir presentation.
So what was our topic? Bullying. One of the most simple ideas learned as early as the second grade. An idea that is not to be mean to others. It's a simple idea you would think people would understand. It's so simple that people don't take the matter very seriously and use it as a joke. Because everyone knows it's not nice to be mean. Yet, Alex and I and many others are still victims to this unnecessary aggression, and some are victims to its devastating effects. And this is why Alex and I have chosen to take on the challenge against bullying.
So what was our purpose? Our original idea from the beginning was to start a club. And the first question we ran into, even during our Elixir project, was what was the purpose of the project and our club. So we spent lots of time with our group brainstorming ideas on how we can stop bullying and what our purpose was, and this is what we came up with. So first, what we wanted to do is we wanted to educate and encourage bystanders of the issue so they can actually do something when someone is being bullied. We wanted to create a safe environment so people can feel comfortable, people can feel more comfortable at school and on social media. We want to increase the communication between students, teachers, and counselors, because sometimes I feel like there's not enough communication between the three. And also, we don't want anyone to feel alone. We might feel that even though we know that there's a lot of people who are bullied every day, we don't want others to feel like they're alone in this issue. So our original goals. The question we constantly asked ourselves was, how can we make a difference in terms of bullying and how we want to stop it? We've done a lot of research on our topic, and there are many different solutions on how we can stop this problem. Again, like I said earlier, we wanted to educate ourselves and others about what bullying really is. We emailed a prestigious anti-bullying club called Cool to Be Kind to ask for tips and tricks on how we could start a club. We also wanted to contact a graduating senior named Zoe Chan, because we know that she did her Elixir project on anti-bullying in 9th grade. Also, we wanted to interview people who have been bullied because we want to know what they have to say. And from the beginning, one of our first ideas was to make an anonymous survey that I know all of you guys took. And we wanted to check the percentage of bullying and who's been affected in HKS. And we wanted to think of ways to spread awareness, plan events for next year, and talk with middle school counselors. And like what I said earlier, the first thing we wanted to do was make a club. And so we decided to turn in the club proposal.
So what have we accomplished? Due to the restriction of starting a club, most of our Elixir project has been educating ourselves and understanding the HKS community. We have done this by doing an anonymous survey, getting 119 responses from students. Well, this is outdated, and we've found shocking statistics, such as almost half of the freshman class think they have been physically or emotionally unsafe in a school social environment. We have also shared the survey with the SPECS classes, making it a course in addressing the issue about unconditional love. We have also contacted Cool to Be Kind successfully. They gave us advice and tips and tricks on how to run a club about this issue. We have also, but after running into the Heroic Imagination Project started by Phil Zimbardo, one of the most famous psychiatrists that ran the Stanford Prison Experiment, has showed us a different approach to this issue. It's showing us the psychological side of bullying and the way we can solve this issue. This triggered a curiosity within me, so this summer I'll be attending the Zimbardo's Heroic Imagination course during the summer. So what did we do well? Overall, we were very efficient with the time. Although we couldn't meet all the time, we took advantage of social media to meet with one another. And while we met together, we actually spent a lot of time brainstorming activities, how the club would be structured, and ways we could affect the HKS community.
Okay, so improvements. So one of the things we wanted to improve for maybe next time, maybe next year in Humanities 2 in Action, we want to next time make maybe a timeline so we can be more organized and we can do things in more of an organized fashion. We also wanted to find even more times to meet together as a club so we can discuss what will happen next year. And we also want to balance schoolwork and Elixir project work so we can, get more things done, like I said.
So for the future of the club, if our club proposal goes like we planned, and we get a response from Ms. Fine and the HKS Senate, we plan to do many activities that we planned. Some of the activities we'd be doing would be a march against bullying to raise awareness around the HKS community. We would talk with the upper primary and middle school students because we found that middle school was one of the most prominent years where bullying was a problem. And through our research, we have found that upper primary is when bullying usually starts. Random acts of kindness during Health Health Awareness Week because we want to set an example for others to be kind and not to be mean. Connect with specs classes and freshman seminar to address this issue and let the freshmen know that there's somewhere to go if they're feeling alone. And a survey to check our progress next year. We're going to send out a similar survey next year to see our progress and our effect on the HKS community.
So thank you for listening, and we hope to see you in the anti-bullying club next year.
Thank you.